Welcome back to the PPA Pickleball Tour Australia, powered by Yola. And Jeanette, I know the players need a timeout between these championship matches here on Championship Sunday, but we did too after that first one.
Yeah, for sure. That was some quality pickleball, wasn't it? And it was certainly a nail-biter with Rose Van Reek and Georgie Wall taking it through to gold. How cool. Let's not take it away from Joey Wild and Danny Townsend, though. They pushed them to, 11-9, 11-8 in the third set?
It literally could have gone either way. It was that intense. And
Speaking of intense, what have we got here, Gordon?
Oh, the ladies in, well, I think meringue, but you've got a different way to
No, it's
describe.
definitely, we're in lemon.
Lemon.
We are in lemon.
All
We
right.
have the current Perth PPA Australia Tour champions, Caitlin Hart and Rose Van Reek, wanting to hold on to their current title. They will be playing against Summer Dalla-Bona and backing up again Danielle Townsend. She'll be out for revenge in this one.
She will be. She will be. And can she turn the tables on Van Reek? Because that would end Rose's chance of a quadruple crown.
The
Can you believe
unprecedented,
it?
I know, quadruple crown. Now, just a note as well, shout out to Michelle Escobar over in the US. Danny Townsend and Michelle Escobar took out this particular tournament in New Zealand.
Yes. So lots of different combinations, lots of different winners of the last couple of PPA Tour events, Australia Tour events. So, yeah, this could be anybody's match.
Yeah, well, this is the second time that we can see Dalla-Bona and Townsend join up. They had a bit of success in a tour a couple of weeks ago in Brisbane. So, yeah, I think they did really well up there and they're looking to repeat it. And I think they're going to push Van Reek and Caitlin Hart.
Absolutely. Everywhere you look on this court,
gold or green.
there's a match winner.
Yeah.
There's, you know, they all have an X factor. And
Well, Summer Dalla-Bona in that backhand. It is the finest double backhand in the business. Agreed?
I would, yes, absolutely agree.
Yep.
I rate Summer as one of the best players, but then you look on court and she's surrounded by talent.
Okay.
You know,
Yep.
you've got
you like
when
serve or
Caitlin
receive,
Hart
ladies?
is in full cry, she is unstoppable.
Yeah, you got the double backhand of Dalla-Bona, you've got the fast hands of Danny Townsend, you've got the put-away magic and the power of Caitlin Hart, and then you've got the determination, the guts and the skill of Rose Van Reek.
Oh, all on one court.
I've got shivers and it hasn't even started, right? And here we go. This gold medal match has been officiated by none other than Mr. Mark Taylor himself. We've got Caitlin Hart to serve.
Time in, 0-0-2.
And we're underway. And straight away, Summer Dalla-Bona looking to attack, but that one just catching the tape and going wide.
1-0-2.
So the first points to Hart and Van Reek.
Go. Distraction. Side out.
Oh, a distraction. I think it was that a seagull distraction?
I'm not
Jeanette?
quite sure.
0-1-1.
I missed that one, Gordon.
A low-flying seagull.
Oh, that goes
Second
long.
server.
Caitlin's ponytail just almost clipped that ball.
0-1-2. Point.
We can see Danielle Townsend doing that third shot drive again that we
1-1-2.
saw in the mixed game.
The ladies in lemon obviously switching to keep that big left forehand of Caitlin
Side
Hart
out.
on that right-hand side.
Another net roll for Van Reek and Hart.
1-1-1.
Deep serve. Great spot
Point.
from Van Reek, and it looks like she's bringing that form of the mixed doubles right back onto court. She was
2-1-1.
hitting that spot in the mixed doubles match, and she started well here.
Yeah, that was really
Point.
well. That was very clever by Katie Hart. Then it was a great block at the net, which set that up for Rose Van Reek.
3-1-1.
And
Point.
what a spot. Even though there was a little confusion on the other side of the net, the dip on that third shot roll from Rose Van Reek was just beautiful.
4-1-1.
Dipped perfectly into the kitchen.
Second server.
Very rare serving error there for Rose.
Just flexing that wrist. I just hope that wrist does not cause an issue for Van Reek
4-1-2.
today, because that would be just a tragedy if it impacts her game today.
Side out.
So side out.
1-4-1.
Serve.
Point.
That goes long.
Two, 4-1.
Van Reek working the angles.
Oh, there you go.
Point.
Danielle Townsend speeds it up right at the body of Caitlin Hart.
Sensational rally. All four players getting
3-4-1.
involved.
Point.
And 4-4 now. So after a
4-4-1.
quick fire start, we're all locked up. Van Reek
4-4-2.
going head-to-head with Dalla-Bona there.
Second serve.
Coming out on top. She'll like that matchup, I think.
4-4-2.
She'll fancy herself. She'll be brimming with confidence after that mixed doubles victory.
Side out.
And interesting enough, Gordon, Rose Van Reek and Summer Dalla-Bona will be facing head-to-head at around about 11:30 today
4-4-1.
in the pro women's singles final.
Wow. What a matchup that will be.
Yeah.
Second server.
So we're almost like getting a little sneak preview of that matchup right
4-4-2.
now. Oh, what a counter from Hart.
You know, like, it's very difficult to block a Summer Dalla-Bona double-handed backhand volley from the net
5-4-2.
there, and Caitlin Hart did that with ease.
Well, she returned it with interest.
Point. Six, 4-2. Side out.
All right, we're just going to have a look at some stats here, brought to you by
4-6-1.
Duper. Rose Van Reek, Katie Hart, 5.765, 5.5. Summer
Second server.
Dalla-Bona, Townsend, 5.775, 5.76. Again, a very even Duper score. It's a
4-6-2.
50-50 matchup by Duper.
Absolutely. And according to Duper, you'd slightly
Side out.
fancy the combo of Townsend and Dalla-Bona. But as we saw in that mixed doubles matchup,
6-4-1.
Duper, there was a slight favouritism
Second server.
for Wild and Townsend, but Rose Van Reek and Wall managed
6-4-2.
to get it up.
Nice
Getting-
slow ball there by Caitlin Hart.
Beautiful. A little bit of slice on it.
Now, you've got to remember that Rose Van
7-4-2.
Reek and Caitlin Hart, they're quite an experienced combination, whereas we've got Dalla-Bona and Townsend. As I said earlier, it's only their second time playing together, or second tournament playing together.
Point.
So will that be a factor in this gold medal match?
Well, when they did
Timeout,
combine,
receiver. Score is 8-4-2.
when Townsend and Dalla-Bona did combine, they combined successfully.
Yes, they sure did, and hence why they're backing up with the PPA here at the Gold Coast Slam.
Absolutely, but like you say, the Van Reek Hart combination has been very successful at a number of different tournaments.
Sure.
So,
Taking home gold in PPA Perth recently.
yeah, travelling all the way to WA,
All the way to WA, yes.
and they struck gold. So
They sure did. And I'm just checking out our other court over there. We have Andy Dikoslavich and Sarah Burr playing off for bronze against Lauren Mercado and Jamie Haas. And that will be on the PPA Tour Australia
Serving
YouTube
team has one
channel.
timeout remaining.
But
Serving
here we
team has
go.
2
We
timeouts
have
remaining.
the gold medal match. Women are back from their
Rose to serve to you,
timeout.
Summer at 8-4-2.
8-4-2. Rose
All right.
Van Reek to
Players ready.
serve.
Time back in. 8-4-2.
oh,
Oh, that
Point.
just goes out there.
letting that one fly. I like the way Dalla-Bona's going to the inside and outside
9-4-2.
foot of Van Reek, but Van Reek is just so solid.
Oh, nice put
Side
away
out.
there by Danny Townsend. Now, just an update for the folks at home that are tuned into the centre court at the moment. Mercado and Haas are up 1-0 against Burr and
4-9-1.
Dikoslavich.
That's another great matchup for a bronze medal.
Second server.
So it's Championship Sunday here at the Voyager Tennis Centre here on the Tweed.
4-9-2.
In the Tweed, I should say,
In
on
the
the
Tweed
Gold
Shire,
Coast.
that's it.
This is a best of 3. This is the first game in the women's doubles. And Van Reek
Side out.
just going straight at Townsend.
She's on fire at the moment.
She is
9-4-1.
super focused. That was a nicely flighted serve.
Katie
And
Hart
Kate-
in the house. Hello. Always making her presence known on court at the net there.
And that brings up
10-4-1.
a game point.
Yeah,
And that
there
flies.
you go.
2 minutes, ladies.
And what a superb performance from Hart and Van Reek. That's a really confident start, Jeanette.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
was
Katie.
just thinking to myself, that's a convincing confident start, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
And to win that first game 11-4 against the quality of Dalla-Bona and Townsend, that really sends a statement, but it also sets the tone for Van Reek and Hart.
Yeah, they weren't really in that first game. Dalla-Bona and Townsend weren't really in that first game. So I know those two ladies very well. They will regroup, and that just like we saw in the mixed match, regroup, and they will be back for the second set, no doubt.
And I'm just wondering, Jeanette, because it's a little bit later in the day, the sun's a little bit higher, is that end still a factor, do you think?
I think so. From my experience playing, I would think so.
So
If you look at those speed ups that were coming at both Dalla-Bona and Townsend, they struggled a little bit in that sun. So I would think so.
and you can see the shadows there of Van Reek and
Game
Hart.
2.
So
Receiver ready.
the angle of
Server
those
ready.
shadows suggests
Time
that
in.
you
0-0-2.
are on the money, Jeanette.
Oh,
Oh,
Summer
point.
Dalla-Bona flying through the air, poaching that forehand volley down the middle.
There's no better sight, is there, than Dalla-Bona coming
1-0-2.
cross court for that poach with that potent forehand. Great pickup from Townsend.
Oh, what a great call by Danny Townsend.
And again, Dalla-Bona really working the feet of Van Reek.
2-0-2.
And perhaps now Dalla-Bona doesn't have that sun in her eye. a lot more targeted.
Yeah,
Point.
is it just me or can you feel the energy right now? I can feel that Townsend and Dalla-Bona, they are fired up.
They've shifted.
3-0-2. Side out.
Now it's up to Van Reek and Hart to respond.
0-3-1. Point.
Ooh, that just goes long.
It looked so close from here.
1-3-1.
Oh,
Oh, so classy.
Second server.
there was a gap there, and Danielle Townsend
1-3-2.
exploited it to the max.
Oh, what a third shot drop by Caitlin Hart.
Oh,
Oh, what an
Side out.
exchange.
weak side out. No damage done for Dalla-Bona and Townsend.
Yep, that was a quick side out.
3-1-1.
Oh, and a net roll.
Second server.
Big smiles by Summer Dalla-Bona, though. She's always
3-1-2.
She's
smiling.
always smiling.
Often known as the smiling assassin.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't let that smile fool you on the pickleball court. Just a little
Side out.
confusion over whose ball that was. They both wanted it.
Yep.
It was right in their hitting zone.
1-3-1.
So they're on the board in the second game.
Yeah, perfect put away there
Second
by
server.
Danny Townsend. Taking the left side of the court, putting that forehand of
1-3-2.
hers in the middle.
Oh, what a pickup from Hart. And that
One
just
action.
seemed
Yeah.
to stay on Danny's paddle
One
for
action.
ages.
Just conversation, like communication between them. Well, didn't quite hear what she said, so I've got to go. It wasn't loud like before. All right. 2-3-2.
Nice shape on that serve.
Side out.
Yeah, nice lead there. Read the ball well. Another quick side out.
3-2-1.
All right, Dalla-Bona taking the left side of the court this time. Really mixing it up. Oh, that's
Ball was out.
just
Just-
gone long.
Second server.
She was quick to pounce, Dalla-Bona.
Yeah, a friend of mine was having a conversation with her yesterday and she was watching a men's dinking rally
Yes.
and she was like,
3-2.
oh, I'd just be wanting to smash that ball by now.
3-2-2.
Loves a good speed up, Summer.
Oh, what a reset.
Oh, wow. Caitlin Hart read that, Ernie, but wasn't to be, just a little bit too late.
4-2-2.
Oh, oh,
Oh, was that the rally of the
Point.
PPA Gold Coast Slam so far?
wow. And Dalla-Bona and Townsend really making the girls.
Great
5-2-2.
defense, though, by Townsend and Dalla-Bona and putting it back up in the sun. Very clever pickleball.
So clever. Van Reek and Hart have probably got sunspots in their eyes now.
Oh, that
side
was
out.
pretty.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, that was pretty. Caitlin Hart said, no, I'm back in this game.
2-5-1.
Great spot
Second
from
server.
Townsend.
Two, 5-2. Point.
Shoulder
Van Reek,
check.
yeah, Van Reek catching Dalla-Bona there. And
Right.
as we mentioned in the
3-5-2.
game in the match previously, all four players on court know each other's games so well.
Side
So
out.
good.
Just that fierce forehand from Dalla-Bona.
Let's go right here. Right now.
5-3-1. Second server.
Just an update too, Gordon, from the women's bronze medal match. Lauren Mercado from the USA and Jamie Haas from the Hawaii have taken out the bronze medal match 11-4, 11-3 against Andy Dickerslavage and Sarah Burr.
Wow, that's a great result for
5-3-2.
young Lauren Mercado from Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, I did see them play yesterday and they had a really great
Side out.
first game. I was super impressed with the pairing. The maturity of Haas and the legs of Mercado.
3-5-1.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Point.
Such great hands for Caitlin Hart there to get that ball back and then supported by Rose Van Reek.
4-5-1.
A nice 1-2
Second server.
from Townsend. One gets the feeling that she's got another gear to shift here.
Yeah, I was just thinking
4-5-2.
that. I want to hear Danny Townsend on court a little bit more right now. Oh, Summer Dalla-Bona, boom.
Della,
Playing the right-hand side.
so sharp.
Yeah, I think
5-4-1.
Danny Townsend's the real X factor in this. Her energy.
Oh, what a reset. And another.
Point.
There you go. There's that energy from Danny Townsend we're looking for.
And that's what great defense does. It forces your
6-4-1.
opponents into making risky choices. And
Point.
just
What,
splitting.
is that going to be a timeout for these girls? 7-4, Townsend and Dalla-Bona.
7-4-1.
This is a nice lead.
Timeout, there you go.
And again,
Timeout receiver.
it
Score is
looks-
8-4-1.
Looks like that sun is a factor on
Yep.
that side, especially when that high ball goes up.
Yep.
So it's a nice lead here for Dalla-Bona and Townsend, 8-4, after getting off to a little bit of a slow start.
Well, I think that we've got Rose Van Reek and Summer Dalla-Bona. They're very cool, calm, collective players. Then you've got the energy of Danielle Townsend versus the energy of Caitlin Hart. I think those two ladies are going to be the big X factors in the energy of this game, especially if we're going to go to 3 games.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before, even though they're a relatively new pairing, Dalla-Bona and Townsend, they've won that tournament in Brisbane together. They played together, won it. So they do have some chemistry.
Yep, they
and
do.
they've certainly brought it here this morning.
Yep, Caitlin needs to keep cool, calm and collected here. Okay, and I think if Danielle Townsend gets her swagger going on to Caitlin Hart, we could see a bit of a fiery third set happening.
Well, that's if it goes to 3, Jeanette. Are you suggesting we're going to go to 3?
I'm pretty confident we're going to go to 3 again. Well, you know, we have 4 of the top female players in Australia on
15
court
seconds.
right now. So I can expect, and Duper says it's going to be a 50-50,
Receiving
right?
team has
Yeah.
1 timeout remaining. Serving team has 2 timeouts
And there you go.
remaining.
You look at Townsend and Summer Dalla-Bona. They're out now. They're ready to rock and roll. Oh, Rose doing a bit of cleaning up of the court.
It must be a bug or something.
It must be a bug.
Just kill it.
It is Australia.
Oh, I think it was a bee.
Yeah. All right, all four ladies
Players
smiling.
ready?
Here we
Time
go.
back in. 8-4-1.
Time back in, 8-4-1. Summer Dalla-Bona to serve.
Oh, great pickup.
Point.
All right,
spot
Danny
from-
just finding that middle again there.
She's done that a number of times now.
9-4-1.
Caitlin Hart,
Second
that
server.
double backhand at the net is phenomenal.
Yeah, and instead of going cross court for that dink that she's been using to success, she went down the
9-4-2.
line, used a different pattern. Oh,
Point.
Caitlin's not going to be happy with herself there. Bit of a high ball popped it up, which initiated the exchange there between Dalla-Bona
10-4-2.
and Rose van Reek.
game point. Oh, wow.
Point.
And what a way to finish the first game.
2 minutes,
and it's
ladies.
Townsend and Dalla-Bona who have taken this crucial first game.
Yep, I could just smell this a mile away. This is like riding on the wall here, going to 3 sets for the women's gold medal match here at the PPA Australia Tour Gold Coast Slam. And as we said earlier, there's loads of points up for 2,000 points for the gold medal here to take away the bragging rights of being the PPA champion individual player of the year. And we're going to go to a break while the ladies have a timeout. And we'll have
And welcome
Server
back
ready.
to the Pickleball Tour
Just about
Australia.
time in,
It's
0-0-2.
PPA action coming to you live, powered by Yola. This is game 3 of the best of 3. It's the gold medal match.
Point.
Women's doubles. And look at that fierce look from Caitlin Hart. That's critical
1-0-2.
first point.
Side out.
just touching there. One of the most fierce female players in the Australian Tour, Caitlin Hart.
0-1-1.
Such a vibration.
Oh, and Dalla-Bona
Second server.
almost picking that up.
0-1-2.
Oh,
Side out.
Oh, a little bit of confusion in the middle.
and a seagull's shadow to add to the mix.
Oh, was it a seagull shadow? Well,
1-0-1.
we are by the coast, right?
Caitlin read it,
Second server.
but I think Dalla-Bona had enough time to change the shape.
There's that. I'm not going to get into a dink rally. I'm going to speed this up, Dalla-Bona
1-0-2.
style.
Side out.
Another speed up by Dalla-Bona.
And the counter straight to Townsend and just puts it away.
0-1-1.
Oh,
Yeah, nice. That all
Second
started
server.
with that angle from Rose van Reek, taking Summer Dalla-Bona way wide there. Caitlin putting pressure on Summer.
0-1-2.
relentless attacking from Townsend.
One, 1-2.
1-1-2. shallow dink from Van Reek. Great counter from Hart.
Putting Summer Dalla-Bona under so much pressure there, but Katie Hart was all over it.
Willikers.
1-1-1.
Summer had to suck up some pressure there, but so did Hart.
Oh
Just
my.
wide.
Second server.
How quick was that from Summer Dalla-Bona?
1-1-2.
This is a very slow scoring third game. Oh, and that ball
Side out.
goes in.
Yep, she got a wicked amount of topspin on that.
Katie Hart nodding her head saying good ball.
1-1-1. Point.
Under so much pressure, that ball is flying at each lady so quickly and so hard.
2-1-1.
The gals in lemon are under siege at the moment.
Oh, so good by the ladies in
Second
lemon.
server.
Wow.
Do you think that their strategy at the moment is to push Summer Dalla-Bona, keep pushing her, expecting her to
2-1-2.
speed up?
I think you're right, Jeanette. They're the key, well, they're looking to dink to Dalla-Bona, knowing that she's going to speed up.
Side out.
And they're going to be ready for that counter. I think the gals in lemon are backing themselves on their counter,
I
knowing
think so, yep.
that it's going to come
1-2-1.
from Dalla-Bona.
And knowing it's going to come quick too. Oh, not that time, Summer Dalla-Bona
Second
says, I'm all over it.
It's a risky strategy because that's
1-2-2.
exactly what can happen if you get it wrong.
It's exactly what
Point.
they're doing now. Danny's really frozen
Sorry.
out.
Which could also impact Danny's game because if she's not seeing the ball, there's a chance that she could go
2-2-2.
cold
Uh-huh.
and a few errors could creep into her game when she does see the ball. And it drops
Point.
in for Van Reek. Is it a little bit of luck like that that can change this match?
Still a very low scoring
3-2-2.
game. 3-2-2.
Point.
Slightly elevated reset from Dalla-Bona and punished.
4-2-2.
So breathing space here for Van Reek and Hart. Deep return from Townsend. Smashed.
Oh, what a pickup. Oh, my Lord.
That
Rose
was
Van Reek.
fierce from Van
Timeout,
Reek.
receiver.
And that
Score is
forces a
5-2-2.
timeout. What an incredible way to take us to a break. We'll take a quick break. Welcome back to the PPA Pickleball Tour of
Players ready.
Australia.
Time back in. 5-2-2.
You've joined us for Game 3, the deciding game of the women's mixed doubles. It's Championship Sunday.
There's this pattern
Point.
over and over again, isn't
Change
it? And
ends.
that's the
1 minute,
change of
please.
ends for the
Score
girls.
is 6-2-2.
That is a critical juncture
Thanks,
in
Danny.
this match.
Yep, 6-2-2. But the sun is still playing a factor as far as I'm concerned here. So let's see what happens. And it'll be interesting to see if Rose Van Reek and Katie Hart continue that pattern of going at Dalla-Bona and preying on her lack of patience.
Well, I don't know if it's so much a lack of patience, but I think it's having that confidence that they can counter her speed up.
Yep.
And that's That's the key here.
Yeah, I think so.
We've seen where it's worked and we've seen where it hasn't worked. So it is a risky strategy, but it is paying dividends for them at the
Yeah,
moment.
absolutely. With the scoreline like 6-2, and as you said, freezing. Danny Townsend out, hoping that possibly on the snooze, but we all know Danny Townsend. She's not snoozing anywhere on the court.
She is no sleeper.
She is no sleeper.
Players ready? Time back in. 6-2-2.
All right, 6-2-2, women's gold medal match, PPA Pickleballer Tour, Gold Coast Slam. Oh, there she is.
And that's what we talked about, Jeanette. That's
Yep.
the danger of that
Yep.
strategy if you get it wrong.
2-6-1.
Oh, what a pickup by Caitlin Hart, but wasn't able to pick up that second ball.
So is the
3-6-1.
side, is the end of the court that Dalla-Bona and Townsend are on now, is this the money end of the court? Will they come home with a wet sail?
Yeah, there you go. Sun in the eyes. Really clever shot there by Danny Townsend. Obviously, she's been on this court before and
4-6-1.
understands the implications of the sun.
And all of a sudden that scoreline now is
Oh,
6-5.
All right.
receiver.
Yeah,
Score
that's
is
a good
5-6-1.
time out there. And it's just how important that we've got a change of ends and that sun. And then all of a sudden they need to change their strategy.
They do. And having Dalla-Bona on this side of the court means those attacks are going to come from directly behind the sun. So whether they change it up and change up their strategy and go to the other side of the court, but if you go to the other side of the court, you've got to deal with Danielle Townsend.
Yeah,
That's a whole different scenario. So many questions to be answered here in this second half of this third game. This is the deciding game of this gold medal women's doubles match.
Yeah, Rose Van Reek, Katie Hart, they're looking to continue their winning streak from PPA Tour of Perth, wanting to bring it out in the Gold Coast Slam. Next to us in the booth is Andy Horridge from the Western Vipers, and he's heard the word Perth and gone, yay, Perth.
He's just a WA boy.
He is indeed. And here we go. The ladies are back on court. I must say that
Players
Townsend
ready?
and
Time back in.
Dalla-Bona,
5,
they're
6,
looking
1.
rather swagger-like. And there you go. Danny Townsend, she's back in the match now.
And all of a sudden, it's 6-6 here in game
6-6-1.
3.
Point.
Little bit too early for Rose there.
And this is how intense the crowd is. You could hear the when that shot went into the
7-6-1.
net. The crowd invested in this.
Oh, that one
Second server.
going wide there. Trying the lob in the sun strategy not to be.
7-6-2. Side out.
All right, that's a really important side out now for Hart and Van Reek. Trailing one.
6-7-1.
Oh,
Second server.
really clever though by Dalla-Bona, noticing that Katie Hart was on the move there.
And I'm
6,
just
7, 2.
wondering whether Katie was expecting Van Reek to take that as a little bit earlier.
We've got a side switch on behalf of Townsend and Dalla-Bona there, with Dalla-Bona taking the forehand. Proved to be successful.
7-6-1.
And they edge closer.
Oh, that,
Second server.
That rarely happens,
yeah,
Jeanette.
yep, it sure does. She wanted it bad.
7-6-2.
She wanted to send a statement.
Side out.
All right, another really important side out here for Rose Van Reek and Caitlin Hart.
6-7-1.
Intense, dinking. Oh, net rolls. Oh,
Oh, well done.
wow. It took a net roll to disturb the pattern of that rally. And all of a sudden it's 7-7.
7-7-1.
Oh, Caitlin Hart.
Second server.
Coming, I like that. I like that she came across.
7-7-2.
Oh,
Side out.
Caitlin did all the hard work there. And just that slow ball took her off pace.
Well, they've managed to
7-7-1.
draw level, but now two serves here for Dalla-Bona and Townsend. Can they put some money in the bank?
Oh, beautiful
Second serve.
Rose Van Reek.
Beautiful forehand volley down the line.
7-7-2.
I was chatting to her after the mixed doubles win. Her mum and dad are watching from home in the Netherlands.
Oh, there's that strategy again, waiting for Dalla-Bona to speed up and then they're ready for it.
And another
7-7-1.
side out. No damage done. If they can bank a point here.
Second server.
Just not going over.
Seven, 7-2. Side out.
No damage done. This is just a repeat of the mixed match, isn't it? No damage done.
You've got each one left. Timeout. Serving team.
Interesting.
And we saw this happen, as you mentioned, in the mixed doubles, Jeanette, where Wild and Townsend took that offensive time out.
Maybe it's a part of the old Benny Costin coaching strategy.
Well, arguably, it didn't work in that
Yeah.
first match.
Yeah, okay.
So, will it work second time round? I guess time will tell.
I don't think we can get any closer here.
Oh.
This is crazy pickleball.
Wow, and there's still potentially a long way to go in this match. It's 7-7.
It has been slow scoring, I do agree with that.
It's critical. It's at a critical juncture.
All right, okay, we can see the ladies coming back on court now. Summer Dalla-Bona always smiling, smiling assassin.
Outs. Receiving team has one timeout remaining.
7-7.
Players ready. Time back in.
It's the
7-7-1.
gold medal match, women's doubles, championship Sunday here at the Gold Coast Slam, the PPA Pickleball Tour Australia. Oh, and it's gone long.
Oh.
Second server.
They set that up perfectly. That's the pattern that has worked for
7-7-2.
Townsend and Dalla-Bona. Oh, Dalla-Bona.
Side out.
How did Dalla-Bona pick that ball up, Jeanette?
This is why they're the best in Australia, Gordon.
but it was to no avail.
7-7-1.
It's side out. Hart and Van Reek.
No damage done.
And Townsend's overcooked it, and I was just about to say the next team that gets the next point could go on. So will Hart and Van Reek take this lead here?
8-7-1. Point.
Ooh. Did you call it with that offensive timeout again?
That ball literally
9-7-1.
looked as though it was going to drop on the other side and then came back.
Yeah, that's a good lead by
Second
Summer
setter.
Dalla-Bona.
Oh, seconds.
You've got to stand up again.
9-7-2.
Oh!
Point.
Oh, Danny Townsend.
And that brings up a match point here, Jeanette.
10-7-2.
Gold medal point.
Oh!
What a rally, Jeanette.
This is insane. And we have another side out.
The door is not closed
7-10-1.
for Dalla-Bona and Townsend.
Oh!
Van
7-7.
Reek with the sun in her eyes, even with that.
Found that perfect angle.
7-10-2.
Oh, Caitlin Hart.
Side out.
Is that the point that is going to change the course of this match?
I think you just made the right statement, Jeanette. It's little bits of magic like that that
10-7-1.
gold medals are made of. And there it is.
it.
Game match.
What an incredible
Wow.
match, Jeanette.
That is unbelievable finish. And the Rose Van Reek, Katie Hart, they've held on to their championship streak. PPA Tour Perth, now PPA Tour Gold Coast Slam. Well done, ladies, and well done to Danielle Townsend and Summer Dalla-Bona. What another thrilling match that we've just had here.
That's incredible, Jeanette. What a fierce fight. And another
Woo,
three-gamer we've
yeah.
just witnessed.
Look at Rose. She is just taking a massive breath. That is back-to-back gold medals for Rose Van Reek.
Wow.
This is, what are we going for? No pressure, Rose, but 4 today. This is huge.
What?
Caitlin Hart, wow, that was amazing. She stayed calm and controlled. I said she was going to be one of the X factors in here. If she remained calm and composed, they'd get through to the gold medal, and that is exactly what they've done. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen, we can see on court now, Caitlin Hart, Rose Van Reek with the trophy. Happy days for those lovely ladies, all 4. Thank you to Mark Taylor officiating that match. I'm just blown away. 2 amazing matches we've got to call in a row.
Oh, just incredible. And like the first, this was a seesawing battle.
It was.
The gals in Lemon, they took the first. They looked confident. They made a statement. But it was Townsend and Dalla-Bona who came storming back into that match. They laid down their statement, and then it came all down to that.
Yeah, well, I'd love you to ask about their strategy. Was it going back and back to Summer Dalla-Bona waiting for her to speed up? I'd be interested to know, because that seemed to be a pattern that they've got going, freezing Danny out there, because we all know what damage Danny can do, right?
Absolutely. Well,
Happy days. Happy days. Rose Van Reek, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to shoot back to an interview with you, and you'll have a chat with the girls, the winning gold medal team. See you soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. PPA Pickleball Tour Australia. We are at the Gold Coast Slam. My name is Jeanette Ward, and I have just witnessed one of the finest women's doubles match. We are crossing now to my co-commentator, Gordon Watson, for an interview with Rose Van Reek and Caitlin Hart.
ladies and gentlemen, we've got the PPA Pickleball Tour Australia women's doubles gold medalists here on the Tweed. That was epic. Caitlin, tell us about it.
I mean, that was a really good match. We had a really good first set. We played super solid. The girls played amazing in the second, so it was fun to take it to a third. I mean, overall, it was just a good match. Everyone played well. Everyone was high quality points. It was quick. It was so much fun.
Wow, that was just unbelievable. It was a very seesawing match. The sun at one end. Did that was there issues there, Rose?
For me, definitely. I had some far out smashes over that side. So from then, Katie took it. So thanks so much, Katie, for playing with me. It's always fun to play with you. I think that's why we are so much good chemistry. Yeah.
You're such great athletes. You're such amazing players together. I must ask, was there a definite strategy dinking to Summer Dalla-Bona? It looked like there was a little bit of a strategy there and you were backing yourselves on the counter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Summer, we just found that in the first set that it was working for us, so we just kept going, and she played well in the second, that's why they got there, but we backed ourselves, backed our plan, and ended up working for us.
Well, it definitely worked. You're the women's doubles gold medalists here on the Gold Coast. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Gordon Watson, and thank you, Caitlin Hart and Rose Van Reek, for putting on such an amazing show. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a break, but stay tuned. We have the men's singles final coming up soon. Thanks very much for having us in your lounge rooms. We look forward to being back soon.